what's up, everybody? This is the DeFi Enthusiast here. Welcome to the channel, guys. Today, I have two very special guests here on my on this session. We're going to be talking about a lot about NFTs, their use cases, and these guys have been building an amazing platform that I personally myself I'm really a fan of, which is why I brought them on board. And here we have Lenny and AJ from DiJT. Welcome to the channel, guys. How's everyone? How's everyone?
Surprisingly well.
Awesome.
Busy week.
Oh, I'm sure. So tell me more about so how did the inception for DiJT come into place? Like, what was your purpose of setting this up?
Our purpose for setting this up was to bring more utility to the actual NFT space. Currently, the utility is focused on art and music, but it can be expanded to real estate, to vehicles, merchandise, concert tickets. So this is basically our MVP, just to test the usability of the platform and our APIs that we've written for this. So we also don't want to restrict people to one blockchain, as we all know that Ethereum's gas prices can go up to $100 to send an NFT around. So we are focused on bringing on board close to about 20 different blockchains where people can choose their own environment to focus on and build on.
That's amazing. So anybody who doesn't know NFTs, I mean, there's still, I would say the crypto markets in general are still in its infancy. Like, I think we still need an entire decade for this to come into full fruition, right? So for anyone who, like, everybody, there's a lot of people talk about NFTs. Like, when cryptos came out, when tokenization came out, all these altcoins came out, a lot of people understood, okay, you know what, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, and then there's all these other coins, and these can be either really bad projects, or they can be something that can give them life-changing returns. So how would you describe an NFT to somebody who doesn't really know, who doesn't even know how to make, who doesn't even know how to set up a MetaMask wallet? Like, how would you get them on board?
Okay, I've got very simple explanation. AJ will go more technical. I'll go very simple explanation. What is an NFT actually? So everyone knows Pokemon cards, right? NFT is absolutely same thing, just on your computer, right? You don't have the physical card, you have virtual cards. That's simply as explanation.
Makes sense.
Down to the core, it's proof of ownership. Whether it be property, vehicles, merchandise, concert tickets, it's just proof of ownership. So you can tokenize anything.
That's a beautiful concept. But okay, yeah, I totally understand that. But how does one create value for these NFTs? Like, like, I know the crypto market is all about speculation, right? But as we saw in the previous bull run, there were some NFT projects that really had a lot of value in terms of their TVL and in terms of their rising prices. And then there were NFTs, right, and they were like from all over the place, right? And basically they didn't have any value at all whatsoever, no utility, no use case. They were just trying to overhype and oversell something which really didn't do much for the investor. And the average guy was like, well, Bored Ape Yacht Club, that thing shot up, so wait, let me just try this XYZ NFT, maybe I can make that type of money as well. So what do you feel, what is the role of DiJT in all of this? Because I saw that you have an incubation program, right, where you can actually help NFT projects come on board. So are you guys trying to clean out the space? Is that the goal with DiJT? Like, like cleaning up the NFT space, cleaning it up from scammers and, people that, just are building nonsense, right? Let's be honest. If we really want growth in this space, we need builders that are actually bringing real value to the market, right? So what is your aim with DiJT? How do you feel this is going to change the NFT space?
So most projects like Bored Ape Yacht Club is traffic focused. The more feet they have, the more sales they'll have, the more interest they'll generate. What we are trying to do is to get people with ideas of, hey, I've got a merchandise store where we do custom prints for t-shirts, for example, but I don't have a platform to sell it. We can obviously create a platform for them, a customized platform. The incubation project is more, we take your idea, build a business plan, help you with development, get you marketing, PR, we get you awareness, and we assist you in growing your idea into a successful business. Obviously, not all businesses will be accepted. We automatically filter out people who want to do scam projects, and if they just want to get some user interface, for example, or communication to a blockchain, or make something look like it works on the blockchain, we filter those out automatically. So yeah, kind of clean up, but more there's a lot of people out there that have brilliant ideas, brilliant business modules, but they don't know how to execute it, how to implement it with decentralization, blockchain, and accepting other cryptocurrencies. So we want to merge that gap and give people the opportunity to grow in this space as well.
That's beautiful. And I think that's the right approach. And so have you guys already started talking to several projects? Like, do you want to shed some light on that? Or is that going to be kept under wraps for now?
Currently, we keep things under wraps until the actual authors or the management for that project says you're allowed to speak about this. We do have 2 projects running currently. I think the one should be finishing beta tests, internal tests, in the next 2 weeks. Then they'll hit the market running. And we will create on our side blogs for each company that gets action into production as well, just to give them a little bit of a jump start. And once they start generating some profits, we will then optimize their marketing and PR to get them more awareness.
Awesome. That's fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to all the updates regarding that. Coming to my next question, I want to know more about you guys. Like, how did you guys get into the crypto space? Like, was it just through NFT, or was it initially before you guys got into the cryptocurrency space? Like, when did it all start, and when did you guys decide to build something like DiJT? Because I feel that with the way you guys designed the platform, the ease of use, the multi-chain, everything, the way you guys designed the whole thing, a lot of thought went into the entire process. But what led to this? That's my main question. Like, how did you guys get into the crypto space? What happened? Tell me more about yourselves, because that's it's there's one thing that the builder has built an amazing project, but then there's a whole story behind the builder, and that's what I want to know.
Yeah, so the platform as it is now, a lot of trial and error. A lot of trial and error. Lenny, actually, we started communicating when he had an idea that he wanted to realize, and he actually started tokenizing small businesses in Philippines, helping those businesses raise funds to get them off the ground. Lenny is extremely involved in his community itself. A lot of donations, Christmas packages for the orphans. It's amazing the sideline things that he doesn't promote and creates awareness to. I just came in and said, hey, I can help. Let me see what I can do. And we first started a previous business, which unfortunately did not succeed. Mainly, it was also cross-blockchain focused, also NFT marketplace, more on NFT creators, not on the assets and usability that NFTs can bring to the market. But it was restricted to internal marketplace. So with V2, we took all the problems that people had. We actually implemented Stellar XLM NFTs as well on the previous platform, but people had obstacles of connecting to the platform, understanding what the difference is between Ethereum, Stellar, Polygon, Binance. And with DiJT, we said, okay, cool, let's cut out the most complicated item. That was Stellar. A lot of users did not understand Stellar because they come from Ethereum networks. And they said, great, now let's build a platform that is as user-friendly as possible. It needs to pass the granny test. If my grandmother can go on the platform and use it, it's fine. And we continue finding optimizations, UI changes that we need to do. And also, I think the biggest issue now is people want to have this natively on their devices. So we're moving this over to a progressive web app as well. So you can actually install DiJT in the next month or so, install DiJT on your mobile device and open it as an application where it would download the user interface to your mobile device to load a little bit quicker as well. A lot of people also, most of the projects are browser-based projects. So it works best on desktop. We've optimized it for mobile. You can use it within the MetaMask browser or without the MetaMask browser. We've even allowed people now to connect with Wallet Connect. So you don't need to have a MetaMask. You can actually use your, what's that other wallet called? Sorry, I just had a blank now.
Coinbase.
Yeah, Coinbase, but other wallets as well. Trust Wallet. If you don't have MetaMask, you can sign in with Trust Wallet even. So it's not that you have to set up MetaMask. As long as you have some form of mobile wallet, you can connect through that, and we can then authenticate and push transactions to that wallet for you to verify.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Correct. And maybe I will just add that, yeah, I think first blockchain interaction I had approximately, actually very early when I passed on Bitcoin. I saw Bitcoin very, very, very early and didn't buy that time. Very big regret. But later on, about 2018, I think, 2017, I basically, that's when I started. First input was actually, I was doing consultancy services, and when I was supposed to receive payment, they asked me if I can receive payment in cryptocurrency. I answered yes, downloaded my first wallet, went through all the process, and that was basically start for me. Wow, this is interesting, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I myself, I got into this space. Well, I heard a lot about Ethereum and Bitcoin, but like I heard about it in 2015, 2014. I didn't really take action because at that time I wasn't as, how should I say, financially intelligent. Let's just put it this way, back then. But then I got into the space in 2019, just right before the previous big bull run that we had.
Yeah.
And then I started looking into, but see, I did things in a different way. I knew what Bitcoin was, I understood it, but I was like, let's just look at the altcoins. And I started looking at all these great projects with all this great, fundamentally strong projects. And yeah, that was, but ever since then, I've just been hooked, like I was like, yeah, this space is truly doing something. I think in the long run, those who invest in this space, they're going to do really well. They're going to be set for life in their futures as well. And of course, some people have already made those set for life type of gains. We saw what happened with Hex. We saw what happened with with a lot of other interesting projects like Chainlink, and early investors of Chainlink, and AVAX, and all these great coins. Algorand, another one.
Interesting thing is, you just mentioned Hex. Actually, the Hex community targeting us quite heavily right now, that they would like to see Hex on DiJT. So yeah, be considering that.
Yeah.
We didn't do it yet.
That's really fantastic. That would be really interesting. And of course, related to Hex would be probably Pulse Chain as well. I'm assuming
It is Pulse Chain.
Oh, Pulse Chain, yeah. PLS is that's a I would say, I mean, again, not financial advice, but I think that's an undervalued gem right there. I mean, thank you to the SEC for for letting people buy it on a discount. Those who understand. That's the way I see it. But
okay, so what will you recommend? You will recommend to add Pulse Chain on DiJT?
I would definitely, yeah. I mean, it's got a lot. I mean, it's got some great potential there, man. Like, the gas fees are super low. It's really fast. It's really efficient. I mean, I've interacted with Pulse Chain, so I like it. I mean, it's a great chain. The only thing that I feel that could be could be a bigger competitor to Pulse Chain might be Basechain, which is Coinbase's own chain. And the thing that sets Basechain apart from anything else is that they're already using the second largest cryptocurrency as their main gas token, but for way less, for way cheap. Like you're using Ethereum there, and like you're spending like what, 5 cents, 8 cents, not even like 10 cents on each transaction, which in itself is so, mind-boggling. Like, I'd move all my assets, Ethereum assets, to Basechain and do everything there. But I think that's the only thing. But as the bull market approaches, things will obviously change. Like everybody's going to speculate on all these new chains. That's the way I see it. But what will last after the next bull run, whenever that may be, I don't know. It all depends on usability and great fundamentals at the end of the day, right? Because we saw in the previous bull run, everything had a trend. There was Ethereum, then Zilliqa was a great project. They had this massive DeFi action that took place on Zilliqa. Then we had this multivac, right, which was another great coin. People made a lot of money, lots of action there. Then the bear market came and everything started to die down, So so far, people are still using Ethereum as, I think you would know this better than anybody because you're in the NFT space. Most of the NFT action is taking place still on Ethereum, right? But yeah, but I think Basechain definitely, because it's literally, Coinbase's DeFi chain. It's kind of like when Binance came out with BSC, it was revolutionary, right? In that same way, Coinbase being a #1 exchange, most regular, they have got all the regulations in order. So I think that's where a lot of action could potentially take place, even for the future of NFTs, which brings me to my next question. Are you guys planning to add some Basechain integration to DiJT?
Yep. Basechain is on its way in. The other one is not really, because we need to find marketplaces that we can aggregate from. It doesn't help we implement the chain and there's no usability or no actual marketplaces that we can integrate with. But Basechain is, I'm just checking here quickly. Some ZK rollup, Polygon ZK is also coming into our space, and I think Zora's already in. Let's check quick. No, Zora is also coming.
Oh, as in Soramitsu, XOR?
No, ZORA. Zora
Okay,
network.
Zora. Okay, Zora. Okay. That's that's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
we currently have 7 chains, so 3 more coming quite soon. So we will stand on about 10, and definitely more will come as we continue growing.
Absolutely, but
the primary,
yeah. Sorry, go on.
The primary focus for this, for Digital.io, the marketplace, is to monitor the actual use case of the API that we've written, and this will then get migrated out to gaming APIs as well. And later on, we're going to start with our interpretation of the metaverse. We can't say it's the metaverse because it's how we see it. Everyone's definition is different. We all know that. So there's a little game coming out which will connect Web 2 to Web 3 people, help with some education on Web 3 services, and then the big project will come out. I don't know, Lenny. We're not allowed to mention that yet, right?
Just in general terms. Actually, one thing what we do in DiJT is we build and we launch. So, for example, before we launched DiJT, no one knew what we're developing, right? And the day when we launched, we opened actually our Twitter as well, right? And we're like, okay, we are live. And so
have a look, have fun.
We're following the approach, build it first, no hype before, right? So, but now when we already launched, so we will do little teasers actually what we planning. So yeah, definitely game is coming for the Dragons. That was mentioned a few times. By the way, with the Dragons, they're currently minting on 3 chains: Ethereum, Polygon, and BSC. 2 more chains for Dragons coming very soon via community vote. So maybe we will do a Christmas voting or something like that. 2 more chains will come. And the Dragons, I'd like to call it cutest and smartest collection in Web3. And prove me wrong, because you can stake them, you can breed them, and you can bridge them. Now, what it means, staking, everyone knows what it means. Yes, DiJT Token is coming. But more important, let's say you mint your NFT on BSC. Then you decide, hey, I want Ethereum. You can bridge your Dragon to Ethereum. Then you decide, I want Polygon NFT. You can bridge it to Polygon. Then again, you can bridge it back and forth. As many times as you want, you can bridge your NFT. And amazing thing about breeding, it's a function where basically, if you have two dragons, they will become parents and you will create free NFT for yourself, right? So what you're minting right now is a Gen 0, and afterwards you can create Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, etc. as we're growing. So yeah.
Similar to CryptoKitties, everyone knows that. But the thing is, if, for example, majority of your dragons are on Ethereum, and Ethereum's gas price goes through the roof, 100 Gwei to 150 Gwei, if you're going to transact with it, stake it quite frequently, you can move it to a cheaper chain, interact with it there, and once you want to sell it, just move it back to Ethereum and sell it, or wherever. Each blockchain would have its own marketplace for the Dragons collection.
That's fascinating. I think, yeah, I was actually going to ask you guys about, the dragons, and you already answered a lot of things. But I think one of the most important questions is, okay, we can stake them, but have you guys like the staking is coming soon for these Dragon NFTs, right? It's not out yet.
We have to release our ERC20 token first, but we don't want to sell the token with no utility. We want to create the utility first and you can see what you're going to get, what you're going to use it for. There is quite a few smaller services coming out before we release the ERC20 token. Primarily, and the pipeline is streaming, music streaming, video streaming, and it will all be powered by IPFS. So it's all decentralized streaming services.
Amazing. So the Dragon NFTs are going to be, the rewards are going to be in your native token, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
That's the plan for the future. And of course, you guys are going to be building the utility first. Do you guys want to touch upon that, like further, like exactly what type of utilities you're planning to build, or is that information not allowed to be discussed?
The very first ones that's going to come out is the streaming services. So if you do video streaming, kind of like Twitch, you can stream your videos and people can actually tip you in cryptocurrencies. If there are ads on the service, the people providing the ads will pay the content creator directly in cryptocurrency. So it's not a company holding monopoly over, you only get 20% or 30% of the ad revenue that we make. So we want to find a way that if we do, for example, the music streaming, we're looking at charging a per second billing. So you won't have to pay a month fees. You'll only pay for what you use, but it will be calculated a max billing. So if you do listen 24/7 for the entire month, it would cost you, for example, $10, $5, whatever. But it would then calculate your usage per second, and that gets distributed to the content creators that you've watched or listened to on the platform.
Okay, amazing. And all this is going to take place on the DiJT platform, or?
Yeah.
So you guys are, okay, so not only are you guys planning to release it as an NFT sort of marketplace, but you guys are planning to turn it into a streaming music service and, like video streaming service as well.
Yes. Also, we have a partnership actually with someone who actually aggregates DeFi space, right? DeFi space. And so this functionality is coming on DiJT as well. So you will have two vaults right now aggregated into one, right? So a lot is coming on DiJT. DiJT is not just simple marketplace. It will grow into an empire.
A one-house solution. So from buying NFTs, if you need Matic, for example, you'll be able to exchange your Ethereum for Matic, and bridge it to the Matic chain as well. Or you can buy wrapped Ethereum on the Matic blockchain with your Ethereum from the Ethereum blockchain. So we want to give people 100% flexibility on the entire platform.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I think that should definitely get some people excited about everything that's coming out on the digital platform. So, which brings me to my next question as well. For the musician itself, for the creator, right? Like for the person who's creating, who's putting their stuff on your platform, right? What sort of percentage? Like, I think, I mean, I know you discussed the percentage, but I just wanted to be clear. Do they get like a lot of like how much percentage of money do they get? Like, for their, for every time, somebody streams or something. Because we know that, the Web2 space is extremely unfair. Let's be very honest, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to be like a marketing genius, to really, really reap the benefits of Spotify and those type of things. But as we know, I'm actually a musician myself, before I got into the blockchain space. So, the thing is that I had to learn a lot of things about marketing and so on and so forth. But the thing is that most musicians don't have time. They don't, they just want to create. They want to create their stuff and they want it to be out there, right, for the world. They don't have time to learn all these different moving parts that, of the industry standards, as we say, and so on and so forth. And I don't even know what the industry standard is anymore, considering how unfair the traditional, payments are on Spotify or Apple Music and so on and so forth. So what sort of percentage, how will DiJT benefit the artists? I mean, we know that there's a benefit for the user end, for the investor, for people who are on the platform, right? But how will you guys benefit, the creator? Like, yeah.
So we obviously looking at more creating utility for the wider public. We're not in this to make $1 million in a month. As I explained, that we'll be charging a super affordable monthly fee, but that's calculated on max usage. And if you only listen to music for 1 hour, it will be 1 hour out of your entire month's thing. That's all you're going to pay. Now, from that payment, depending on the musician or artist that you've viewed their content, listened to their music, you would be paying per second from your DiJT currency. And essentially, I think it was 85% goes towards the artist. We only keep 15%.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I don't think anybody else is doing that in this space. So, hopefully, as more people see this, I believe that, a lot of people will definitely like to hop on board because, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And
Yeah, we're looking at 10 to 15. There's nothing is set in stone yet. But we discussed internally 10 to 15% is our range we're looking at.
right.
just
So, yeah.
To just give you an idea, for example, where we actually standing when we're building something, the current DiJT platform, we don't have any transaction fees. So it's totally for free to use for everybody, right? So, yeah.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, I mean, it could be anywhere between for the artist, it could be anywhere between 85% to 90% that they keep the revenue, and then it could either be 10 or 15% on your end. Okay, that's
Correct.
really great. Now, coming to my next question regarding the platform, so I can see that you guys have a clear vision, right? You're definitely building a lot of stuff, and of course, you guys have a native token that's going to be coming out. But here's my question. I know the term fair launch can be very, very, it can, I mean, everybody has their own definition of a fair launch, but like for me, the simplest way of, fair launch is no VCs, no initial, big investors that have a lot of tokens and stuff, that can dump on them, they can dump on, the retail whenever something comes out. Are you guys doing a fair launch for your tokens, or do you guys have some things? I mean, you guys don't have to talk about the details, but like, do you guys have some backing or some VCs or something like that? Like, if you can shed some light on that.
Currently, we are not.
Currently, we're running everything on savings, our savings, personal savings. So it is quite a big money pit. We have considered getting VCs in, but should VCs be involved, we're not launching the token yet, so they won't have access to the token. Once the token comes out, they won't say, or we won't allow them to say, okay, now once you do bring the token, give us 1 million tokens. Should we do a launch, we might do an internal, like an in-house initial. I hate the term ICOs because it's got such a bad rep to it. But we are going to be selling some DiJT tokens on the website on DiJT to the public. And we will have in the smart contract conditions that 80% of that goes directly into liquidity pools, so we can back your funds, and the other 20% will be for running expenses. We do have expenses on the business too.
Makes sense. And this ICO that you guys are planning, this is basically the initial coin offering.
Yeah, let's not call it ICO. Let's say
All right,
token sale. Yeah.
Okay, token sale. Yeah, this token sale that you guys are going to be offering to the public, would there be certain requirements? Like, would they have to hold maybe the Dragon NFT to be able to take part in the sale, or is it going to be open for anyone?
I think it's going to be open for anyone. We don't want, as we said, we don't want restrictions on the platform. So why restrict you on the purchase of the tokens? We might have a max cap per wallet just to ensure that nobody goes and buys the entire supply up. No one individual. If they want to, they'll have to make 10 or 15 wallets. But we will have some form of max cap at least on there to keep it as fair as possible.
And have you guys thought of the amount of supply that you plan to release for this token, or is that still being under?
Yes, but let's not discuss that as of now, because the DiJT token got actually few very big surprises. It will be very, very different token. So, but yeah, let's not talk about it yet. We can come on your show once again.
No, absolutely.
Once you launch it, and then we will give you all the alpha.
Absolutely, man. I'd love to have you guys on board again, but but so tell me, like, all right, so let's just talk about you guys. What do you guys think? Besides, I know we're talking about these DiJT and it's everything that you guys are building, but what are some of your own favorite cryptos? I know none of it is financial advice, but like, what do you guys like, let's just say for fun, for speculation, like, what are you bullish on? Because we know that the next bull market is coming. On my Patreon, I give a lot of alpha, in terms of, what are the next gem coins and things like that. And even in my private Telegram group. But, I wanted to hear from you guys, somebody, who's in the, you two are in this space, you're builders. What are you bullish on?
My primary three currencies that I like buying and selling and trading on is XRP, Matic, and Binance. Those are the three that I focus on.
What about you, Lenny?
What's your take?
Okay, I personally like XLM a lot, right? Then definitely Ethereum, and the next one, everyone will kill me probably, but it's SHIB. I'm holding that one too. So yeah.
Nice. No, that's good. I mean, that's the thing. That's the beauty about this space. Everybody has their own, view on things, and they like certain things and they don't like certain things. And I think that's the whole concept of decentralization, to accept everybody else's views and not be constrained to just one opinion or one sort of set of rules, right? Because then it kills the entire purpose of this space. So music and streaming, that's for now. Do you guys want to talk about any of the other use cases that are coming up for the project?
Well, the music is going to be yet again foundation testing for the big platform. The big platform we currently have some concept art for, but it will be virtual environment based, so VR development mainly. We're still trying to figure out how we're going to implement it for AR devices, but as obvious with any VR application, you can do it on your laptop. You just don't have the surrounding world to think of. but there will be micro-hosted games in there as well. And the big thing I can say is your artist will be promoted on there. So I'm trying to not give too many details away. But the main performance area will be, you'll be able to filter it within the world with genre, language. So if you have 1,000 people or 10,000 people on the server, they can choose which type of genre music or language music or artist they want to listen to, and that will be on the performance area from the artists that we have on the platform.
Awesome, awesome. And I know you guys are probably not going to answer this, but do you guys have any well-known artists already lined up, like for testing this out, or is this just going to be a public beta testing ground for upcoming artists, or like
with our previous venture we had I think 2 producers and 4 artists who said once we have a beta system up and running, they would love to test it. Obviously, we've informed them that the previous venture did not work out as we hoped. So the new venture will be 100% redefined. And they are quite keen and waiting to get alpha access, knowing that things are going to break. We're expecting things to break. We're hoping things to break. But they will get alpha access and start choreographing some things, basically guiding us to get a user-friendly interface for them to choreograph concerts and stuff.
And let's just say that in the environment, you will not have just music. That will be the concert stage, but you will have lots of other activities as well via mini games. Also, you will have shops, other NFT projects, showcase, quite a lot actually.
excellent, excellent. And one of the most important questions right now for me is, we talked about the sale of tokens and all of that, but what do you feel? I mean, I know the SEC is, they've just been, on an anti-crypto rampage sort of thing, right? And I just wanted to know your thoughts. How are you guys gonna, handle that sort of a situation if it arises? Because
I've got a very easy answer for you.
Okay.
We are not American.
Not for 3 years.
We don't care.
That's a perfect answer. I mean, yeah, but then obviously you guys will probably have a disclaimer that no Americans are allowed to buy the tokens, right?
No, they will be able to. It's based on what we're going to use the token for. So if we give dividends or shareholdings with the token, then we're in trouble. If we have it as monetary, so you purchase merchandise, you can exchange it for goods or services, then I think we're pretty much in the clear there. But being South African company and Philippine company, we don't have much restrictions from US side.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, guys. And this has been a real eye-opener for me. It's been wonderful, asking all these questions, getting to know about you guys, getting to know about the DiJT platform. What would be some advice that you would like to give to the newcomers that are coming into the space? Like any particular advice for those who are coming into crypto and who are coming into the NFT space?
Definitely do your own research on everything what you do in the space. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. And definitely the best suggestion will be give DiJT follow on Twitter, get some dragons, and support us daily on our social.
Excellent. Well, AJ and Lenny, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here on board, and I would love to do a follow-up interview with you guys when you with all the further development. So Lenny, you got to keep me in the loop, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Perfect. Same this side.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
It's my pleasure. Take care, guys. Bye.
Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.